Getting over someone is hard enough, but getting over someone you never really dated is harder because it is also confusing. At least with breakups, there are always reasons behind them that can help you rationalize them. Maybe you did not get along, or you had diverging values or aspirations, or you just grew apart. The problem with almost relationships is that they have none of this. There was never a beginning for you to compare anything with. Almost relationships go something like this. You had a crush on someone and you thought feelings were mutual. You may even have been led to believe they were, and so you allowed yourself to be emotionally invested in him. You let your feelings develop, thinking that you and he were on the same page until you realized that he did not feel the same way about you. There was your reality, and there was his reality, and unfortunately, they did not line up, so now all you are left with is confusion, pain, and what-ifs. There is pain because almost relationships coming to an end hurt as much as a breakup from an actual relationship. The pain does not care if you put a label on it. And there are what-ifs because you can't help yourself but wonder what if things were different, or what if things become different in the future. If you don't watch yourself, you can easily spend months or years holding on to the slightest hope that something may happen that will change the course of things, that he might change his mind, and that will keep you stuck with your thoughts and not allow you to move on to better things. Almost relationships are the worst form of relationships to get over from, in my opinion, because you don't have anything material to work with. There is hope though, because like anything in the world, what does not kill you makes you stronger. Getting over a guy who was never yours in the first place is achievable but requires a different approach than the usual grief process of normal breakups. In this video, I am going to share 4. Number 1. Know that you are entitled to your feelings. The first thing you should do is total acceptance of yourself and your feelings. You are entitled to the way you feel even if you believe it is all your fault, that you misread all the signs, and that it was all in your head. Trust me, it is rarely the case. A lot of guys adopt seductive attitudes even when they have no interest in you. You did not just let your imagination run. There were certainly signs that he liked you and you just responded to them. So don't blame yourself for anything, and let yourself process the feelings of sadness and any other feelings you may have, like anger if you feel you were played. Number 2. Realize that you never had anything. You need to be very honest with yourself. Did you really have anything with this guy? Was it you who approached him initially? Did he show real interest in you with actions, or was he just following your lead? Was it always you initiating conversations and suggesting going on dates? How many dates did you go on with him? Not that many, I bet, even if his company was great and you felt you had a connection. If this almost relationship required low effort on his part, then maybe he let it happen, but he wasn't anywhere near as interested in you as you were in him. A lot of guys would not say no to a low-effort casual dating even when they know there is no future. Number 3. Start the process of de-idealizing him. This is the hardest part of the moving on the process because you don't have enough data points to start seeing him for who he really is, so I am going to help you with this one. If you think about it, you never really got to know him in the short period of time you interacted with him. And here is what the brain does when it does not have enough information to form an opinion. It fills in the blanks with imagination. And because people are usually on their best behavior early on in relationships, your brain ends up forming a very positive and often erroneous opinion of the person. That's why you are idealizing the guy and putting him on a pedestal. What I can tell you for sure is that every human being has flaws that show up only when you give it time, and when you get to spend time with them and see them in different situations. Don't get fooled by how perfect he looked on paper or how charming he was in person. He is no superhero, he is just a normal guy, and there is probably nothing special about him. Number 4. Get over the fear of missing out. If you are still asking yourself the what-if questions, that is because you have a fear of missing out on the greatest love story of your life. You need to get over this because all almost relationships feel like they could have been the greatest love story of a lifetime, precisely because you did not get to live that story and realize that it is not that special. Let me give you some perspective on this. First of all, you will encounter many of this almost relationship and they will all feel the same. Does that mean that these guys are all Mr. Right? No, it just means you are over-idealizing them because you did not get to really be with them. A great love story is mutual, it cannot be one-sided, so this could not have been the greatest love story of a lifetime and you are not missing out on anything. From experience, I know that what the future holds is very often far better than what you leave behind, if you learn your lessons and commit to grow and become a better and wiser person. When a dead-end relationship poisoned my own life, I thought I would never come across someone as great as him, and I obsessed over him for years even when I was surrounded by other men. And then I met other people, and I started seeing him for what he really is, a regular guy that I never get the chance to really know, and that's when I started idealizing him. I just did not know any better, but now I do. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please press the link button, and please subscribe to the channel for more educational videos on dating and relationships. Also, don't forget to check the links below for dating and relationship courses if you want to level up your love life. Thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you soon.